Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Myth Busting Mondays. And for today's episode of Myth Busting Mondays, guys, this is going to be an interesting one because we actually have a couple of myths in here today that are really interesting because they're actually repeats slash reinterpretations of a myth from last week, which last week we were seeing if whether or not you can stop a hunter mid-pounce by throwing a pipe bomb at him, which actually ended up being true. Now you guys actually want to see a lot of myths similar to that. So there's 3 different myths throughout this episode about throwing things at special infected. So I think this is going to be really interesting to see if whether or not certain special infected can do that. But the final myth, the one that you mostly are checking this video out for, my friends, at the very end, that is also going to be an interesting one. That, my friends, is we're going to be seeing if it is possible for the boomer, the big fat zombie, to kill you by landing on your head. Because we all know that the boomer has a pretty lethal explosion, however, though, it typically doesn't damage us. But that's just the explosion. Does just the raw power of his entire body weight crushing you, does that do damage? That's something that I want to test out here today. So if you guys end up enjoying today's video, at the end, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. It means a lot more than you think it does, and I hope you guys end up enjoying today's video. So let's go straight into the myths, guys, and see what's what. Myth: can you start the finale of Hard Rain without activating the burger tank sign? So this myth is asked by ya boy, Dr. Zed. And Dr. Zed, I know this might not exactly be what you were expecting to have happen, but technically you can activate the finale of any map by just going into the console commands, and that's, as far as I'm aware, the only way you can end up starting this finale without going up to the button manually is by using the console commands, which is technically cheating, but it does actually end up being a proper answer to the question, though. It is a possible way. So, by technicality, this myth is confirmed, even though you were probably looking to maybe perhaps find it like a glitchy method. But as far as I'm aware, there is no glitchy method to do this. Myth: can you stop the jockey from pouncing you if you throw a pipe bomb at him? So once again, to reiterate for clarification, you guys seem to really love the last myth of the prior episode, because the prior episode, the final myth for that was, can you stop a hunter by throwing a pipe bomb at him, which actually ended up working. And now a lot of you guys really want to see if you can do that to the other special infected, and this one we're testing is the Jockey. This myth was requested by a true winner 1, and he just really wants to see if it's possible to do it to the Jockey too, so that's what we're going to be testing out. So, alright my friend, I'm going to be testing this out for you. I might need to be in therapy after this because it involves me getting near the Jockey. It's something that I absolutely despise in this game, but I will do it for you, my friend. Now, the Hunter already was hard to hit as it was because of the fact that he jumps really quick. But the Jockey is even quicker. Plus, in addition to that, he doesn't jump until the very last second when he's right next to you. So the window for throwing a pipe bomb by the time that he jumps is very, very small. I was thinking that maybe I had to throw the pipe bomb early because since the Jockey jumps at the very last second, maybe I have to get a head start on him and actually already pre-cock my arm back. So by the time he jumps, the pipe bomb's already flinging out of my hand. And that was actually my next course of action, because that's the only thing I could think of left to do, because he literally is just so fast. Okay, guys, so this is going to end up being my pre-throw attempt, and I think that this is probably going to be the best luck that I'm ever going to end up getting, because if I can get a head start on him, maybe there will be a chance. So I'm going to spawn a Jockey and throw a pipe bomb early. Let's see. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually works. I swear to god, even years later, this game still surprised me. So yeah, screw you, Jockey. I found another thing in my arsenal that I can use to destroy you with. Screw you, you little craphead. So yeah, guys, this myth is confirmed. You can also, just like the Hunter, throw a pipe bomb at the Jockey if you want to stop him. Now, do I recommend this? Absolutely not. Do I even think that this would be something that you should use in an emergency situation? Honestly, knowing my luck, the Jockey tends to get me half the time anyways, so I mean, you're welcome to it, but do I think it's going to realistically happen? Probably not, but at least now, the more you know. Myth: can you stop a smoker tongue by throwing a pipe bomb at him? Alrighty guys, so this is actually one of 2 myths that was submitted my way by Zoe, so shout out to Zoe, one of the best Left 4 Dead characters. And Zoe asks if I can basically end up stopping a smoker from pulling me with his tongue by doing this pipe bomb method. This pipe bomb method that is now turned into some sort of meta. Now, do I think that this is going to work like the other prior 2 special infected? I don't know. I mean, I'm a little bit on the fence, but I mean, hey, I was proven wrong already twice, so I mean, who knows, maybe I'll be proven wrong a 3rd time. But, I mean, if I can even be accurate enough in the first place to hit the smoker tongue, I'll be impressed. But, yeah, guys, I don't think so. I'm going to rewind the footage here just to show you what I saw. That clearly hit the smoker. I even threw it a little bit early, and that didn't stop him at all. You can see here in a second that when I throw the pipe bomb, the smoker's already shooting his tongue, and literally right as he shoots his tongue is when the pipe bomb pretty much makes collision with his face. And it doesn't do anything, it basically just rejects the collision effect and allows him to continue doing his smoker tongue animation anyways. So regardless if it technically in the coding says it did hit him, it doesn't at least stop him. So my friends, I'm going to be choosing to leave this myth at busted, because from what I can see, it doesn't happen. And I have never seen anybody else do this. This has never been something that I've been able to witness personally. I know that the smoker can actually have his tongue, like, be letting go of you if you actually, like, have the pipe bomb land near him, and then it blows up shortly after. That I know happens. But for directly hitting him with the pipe bomb to stop the tongue before it even connects to you and, like, interrupting it halfway like a melee weapon would, I personally don't think so. But let me know if you guys have actually had proof and experiences with this in the opposite effect. Myth. Can you stop a spitter from spitting with a gas can or a throwable item? Alrighty guys, so this is actually Zoe's second myth that she sent in, and for this second myth we're basically trying to see if the spitter now has something that can end up stopping it. So, is it a gas can? Is it a throwable item? Because Zoe did leave it open to interpretation. It's not just one particular thing they wanted to see me test. So, I'm going to be testing a variety of different things here. I'm going to be testing both the pipe bomb and the gasoline can, so that way we have a throwable item from our inventory, and also one that we just pick up from the environment. So I'm going to be trying these, and we're just going to be seeing if whether or not that any of these can end up colliding with the spitter before she spits, or even in mid-spit, and, you know, for whatever reason, if it actually, like, if I could hit the spit projectile, that'd be impressive. But if I can end up stopping it in any form of capacity, I'm going to be seeing if that's, like, even something that is fathomably possible. So, let's see. Alrighty guys, so here we go with the gasoline cans first. So I'm in console commands here on the finale of Dead Center, where there's a whole bunch of gasoline cans. I got a whole set of them just stockpiled right near Jimmy Gibbs' stock car. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just spawning in the spitter infinitely. I'm just trying to just find a window where I can chuck the gasoline can. And I was even curious to see if, like, the gasoline can does even anything to the spitter at all. Like, I even threw it at her, and, like, it doesn't actually, like, move her or face her at all. So that was already something that was not reassuring. So when I realized that the gasoline can was giving me issues and was just not working, I decided to switch over to the pipe bomb, because this has been the thing that has, out of 2 out of 3 instances, worked. And I want to just keep that streak up. So I'm once again just going to be spawning in the spitter with a pipe bomb. I got it already pre-ready, and the spitter is actually pretty damn quick too. She's very similar to the Jockey, but from my testing, I just couldn't get this to work. Now, however, though, despite that fact that I was not able to end up getting the footage that I was hoping for, I personally want to leave this myth open to interpretation, because I do believe that there is something going on here, because in a prior episode of Myth Busting Mondays, one of my main commenters, one of my top subscribers, Samuel, he actually ended up leaving a comment saying that the spitter does actually have a collision effect with her spit. This was actually when we were testing out a myth about whether or not the spitter's spit could actually break a tank rock, and we said that it doesn't work, and he actually said that it should work because of the collision effects in the game. So I would like to believe that since we have thrown gas cans at the tank rock before and it works, and he says that the spitter's spit also should work on tank rocks, that there also must be something in the opposite sense where something should work on the spit. So I want to say is that since the gas cans work on certain things, and the spit works on certain things, and the rocks work on certain things, I just want to leave this at plausible. Because this myth, personally, I was not able to get a result definitively either way anyways, so I thought I would just leave this open to interpretation, just let you guys decide what you think it is. So, by the way, guys, before we do get into the last myth, I do just want to say thank you for all the comments that you guys left. I really enjoy reading your guys' comments and seeing all the cool myth ideas that you come up with. So if you guys want to have your myths featured in the next episode, definitely put some more down below in the comments. I really love to see what you guys also come up with for next week. But yeah, guys, now we transition over to the final myth. Now, for the final myth, this is going to be, once again, can the boomer just flat out kill you by using his body weight to jump on your head? Now, the explosion we all know doesn't work, but I'm just curious if the boomer's fat ass can actually do it. So, at the end of the day, let's see if the boomer can actually kill you by killing you with his body weight. Myth. Can the boomer kill you by landing on your head? Alrighty guys, I thought about a map that would end up giving me a lot of surface elevation, so that way the boomer could end up getting a lot of velocity, and I decided to pick the finale at dead center, just solely because there's several floors in this place, and the boomer can definitely get some momentum going if he decides to fall off from the very, very top. I originally tried to spawn him right at the top of the floors, near the Jimmy Gibbs Jr. tarp, but the boomer spawns were being a little bit tricky because I thought that I could just spawn him in the sky, or at least somewhat close to an edge, but he would always spawn on just nearby surfaces, so that way he could actually walk and not instantly blow up. Now for me personally, I wish that that was not the case. I wish the boomer could just spawn in literally in the air if I want him to, because I'm in a private match, it's not like I'm hurting anybody. Well, I mean, I'm hurting the boomer, but he doesn't care. He does this all the time. So yeah, I'm just trying to just get this to work. It's being a little bit finicky, but don't worry, I will actually manage to get a boomer to at least jump on me here in a second, after I end up causing a little bit of chaos. For some reason, all the boomers over here were just suddenly starting to KMS, and I don't know why that they were doing that. They just decided to do it. And by the time that I got over there, they didn't want to do it anymore, so I'm like, okay, well, that's so frustrating. Then they all decide to start sneaking up on me and vomiting on me. And keep in mind is I don't have God mode on, because I can't keep it on if I want to be able to test if this myth works, because if they do actually do damage to me by landing on me, I need to have God mode off to test that. And so they're just inconveniently just vomiting and burping on me. I feel like I'm in some weird, section of Walmart or something. So here we go, take two. Now this is actually the legitimate results, because I actually managed to get a boomer to fall on me here. And what happened was that a couple of them were just missing. I was trying to find the perfect spot. That one landed right next to me, but not quite on me. So I'm just waiting for an opportunity. And just like last time, I got distracted by just all of them just kamikazing near me. And I just so happened to look up in just a second here. And then boom, there's this boomer ass in my face. And what do you know, the boomer does blow up right on me like I actually wanted. And nothing happened. My health bar did not move at all, which means that he cannot kill you if he lands on top of your head. So despite the boomer's fat dump truck, he did not manage to do anything to affect me, which means that this myth is busted. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for this week's episode of Myth Busting Mondays. But before you do take off, my friends, if you do want to see that myth that I was referring to throughout this whole entire episode yourself about the hunter versus the pipe bomb and what happens, even though I already have spoiled the results, it's just something that you have to see it to believe it, because a lot of people really did enjoy, and that's why they had all their own versions of that myth being similar here with their other myths today. So I do definitely recommend that you check it out. If you guys would also like to end up having your myths be featured in next week's episode, just once again put them down below in the comments. If you guys would like to financially support the channel, I tremendously appreciate if you guys could go check out my Patreon. It's always linked down below in all my YouTube video descriptions, or you guys could use supporter creator code BlackNinja797 in all caps in the Fortnite Epic Games item shops, because Epic is my very first sponsor, and they're sponsoring today's video, so shout out to Epic Games. Thank you, by the way, to Jake Squid for being a Patreon supporter. I appreciate you, man. You're a great Twitch mod and a great friend. And I hope you guys end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers we're ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace out. Take it away, Meme Jesus.
Hey, Meme Lords. Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the Eternal God Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!